Warm welcome to Muurame and warm welcome to those following us online. This is a big day for Harvia. This is the first ever Capital Markets Day that we're organizing. This is also the first time since our IPO in 2018 that we've been giving a more detailed strategy update on our plans. I have now been the CEO of Harvia for 1 year, and it's also personally a great moment since there's been a lot of work behind the scenes in planning for the future, sharpening our strategy, clarifying our priorities, and to be able to be here with the team to share our thinking and plans with you feels great. In my presentation, I will be covering essentially three key things. I will be talking about Harvia as a company today. I will then talk about the market, the key trends that we see, and the key opportunities that are ahead of us. And then finally, I will talk about our updated strategy and financial targets before handing over to Ari, who will be then covering the financial targets more in detail. So let's talk about Harvia a bit. Harvia is the leading supplier of products and solutions to the global sauna market. And by leading, I mean many things. With 150 million euros in revenue, we are the largest player in this very exciting, but still at the moment quite fragmented market. We are also the most international, most global. Our products are sold in over 90 countries. We deliver substantial revenues from many continents: North America, Europe, Middle East, Asia, Australia. We also have a very international manufacturing and supply chain. We have our own manufacturing in the US, in several places in Europe, the largest being here in Muurame, where you are today, and we have also a factory in China. We are also industry leader in terms of profitability. I will be talking about that shortly, but we have a very healthy levels of profit for a number of years already, and the ambition for the future, of course, is to remain. We have some very strong brands. I would say the mother brand of the group, Harvia, but we have also another, what we call the master brand, brand called EOS, and Päivi Juolahti, our head of brand and marketing, will be talking about our brands more during the latter part of today. We also have some really exciting regional brands. One to mention is Almost Heaven Saunas, which is a really great and well-known brand in the United States. We also have decades of experience, and we have over 600 professionals that are dedicated about sauna and dedicated about the company. We have a strong culture to build on. So what is it that we offer or do? We have started as an equipment maker. So the origins was the wood-burning heaters for the Finnish or traditional sauna, as we call it. Over the years, we've expanded our portfolio of equipment to cover naturally the electric heaters for the traditional sauna, but also many other equipment, including the control panels or control units, steam generators, and infrared panels. Over the past years, we've moved increasingly from a product or equipment maker to a provider of full solutions, and that's the sauna room business. You could think of it that we can provide everything a private customer or commercial customer needs to have a sauna. One example is on the picture, a barrel sauna for homeowners' backyards. Very easy product to buy. Few days later, you get a delivery in a flat pack. It's very easy to assemble, and in no time at all, you have a full-blown sauna. Another example is on the bottom left-hand corner. That's Harvia Nova, an easy-to-install steam sauna, steam shower cabin. And this is a very important part of our strategy and portfolio for two reasons. One is that customers want solutions and answers to their needs. And if we just sell the heating equipment, they still don't have the sauna. And especially in many markets where there's less of a history and maybe less professional who would be able to build you a sauna, the fact that you can have a well-designed, great product by the world-leading sauna manufacturer Harvia that includes it all is a great value proposition in terms of ease of buying and confidence of owning a sauna. And for Harvia, also the opportunity is clear. Solutions provides even more opportunities for differentiation, and very importantly, we can tap into a more spend potential in this global sauna market. If you think about that, we would be selling just a heater to our sauna. Maybe we talk about revenue potential of 500 euros to 1,000 euros for Harvia. But when we sell the sauna cabin, we talk about 5,000 euros to 20,000 euros. So we talk about 10x, even 20x earnings potential more. When we talk about sauna and sauna market, we are addressing what we would call the full sauna experience or extended sauna experience. And in many places, it also includes some form of bathing. For example, in Finland, for decades, people have been dipping in the icy water, so kind of sauna hot and icy water cold go hand in hand. Internationally, cryotherapy and cold plunges are a big thing, and they are a very natural part of Harvia's product offering. We also provide accessories and services so that we can make money and also be relevant for customers, not only at the time when they are building a sauna or renovating a sauna, but also during the use of the sauna. Harvia has strong roots. Harvia was established by Tapani Harvia in 1950s, some 20 kilometers away from here in the city of Jyväskylä. And for over 6 decades, the company was led by Harvia family and fully owned by the Harvia family. And during this time, Harvia had already started its internationalization path. In 2014, the Harvia family sold 80% of the shares to a Nordic private equity company called CapMan that became the family's partner for developing Harvia further. And although this was just a kind of short period of 4 years, it still is an important milestone in Harvia's history, because during these years, a lot of work was done to prepare Harvia for becoming a publicly listed company. There was a lot of professionalization of processes, working on the accounting and reporting, etc., to make sure that once the time is right, Harvia would be fit to be a publicly listed company. And since 2018, we have been listed in Nasdaq Helsinki, and we are proud to be publicly listed and a leader in this very interesting specialty market. We cherish our history, and essentially what we try to do, we try to combine the best of both worlds of having a family-owned company history, but now being an ambitious stock-listed company. From the family history or entrepreneurial history, we cherish entrepreneurship. We want to have agile culture, low hierarchy, kind of work with what you got mentality, and also warm culture, people-oriented culture in this business. And as a stock-listed company, we have global mindset, we have global ambitions, we want to be best at what we do, we want to be very professional. And also being a publicly listed company allows us more flexible access to the global capital markets to fuel our growth for the future. So let's have a look at our journey as a publicly listed company. So the columns here show our annual revenue from 2018 to last year, 2023. When we started our publicly listed company journey, we delivered a bit over 60 million revenues in 2018. And I would say the first few years were the normal years, until the pandemic hit the world and also impacted our industry and our business quite significantly since the beginning of 2020. And for 2020 and 2021, we saw significant demand boost because people were staying home, they were investing in home living, and we saw a lot of growth momentum across many home improvement related sectors. However, beginning of 22, when Russia attacked Ukraine, this solid tailwind turned into pretty cold headwind. This situation affected especially European markets, which still today are majority of our business. So first quarter this year, roughly 60% of our revenue was derived from Europe. Plummeting consumer confidence, increasing prices, energy consumption restrictions were of course having an impact on our market. And we have also a very direct impact from the war in Ukraine. Because as a company, we decided already in March 2022 to stop doing business in Russia. And the year before, so 21, we had actually 11.5 million in revenue from Russia. So that's also visible when you look at these charts. In terms of last year, so 23, I'd like to just make a comment that there clearly was a change of momentum during that year. Still during the first half of last year, we were declining quite significantly. During the third quarter last year, the decline started to slow down, and quarter four last year, we turned back to growth. Now, if you put this in a bigger picture and look at the kind of the longer span of us being a publicly listed company, from 60 million to 150 million, we more than doubled the size of the business. And in terms of compounded annual growth rate, it's 19%. Not too bad. Out of that 19%, 10 percentage points is due to organic growth, and we've been very successful also driving inorganic growth, and that contributes 9 percentage points to that 19. And we're also very pleased that we've shown that we can drive this business in a very healthy way, whether the times are good or whether the times are tough. So, for example, when we faced this significant demand boom, we were able to scale up our business in a very profitable manner. And it's not always given. Some companies might face bottlenecks in supply chain, etc., but we were managing this growth spurt very well. And also it's visible that we have a business model that provides operational leverage. We have high gross margin. So when we can drive top line, it also supports our profit development, as we had over 26% adjusted EBITDA in 21. We've also shown that when times get tougher, our business model is flexible and we have the people and management that can handle any situation. So we've been also able to deliver that over 20% profitability during the past few years when the market has not been as easy. What has served us well is the strategy that we outlined when the company was IPO'd in 2018. And these strategic priorities have actually remained unchanged since then. Increasing the average purchase value, it's about innovating, providing more reasons to buy kind of higher end equipment instead of just buying the kind of the lower cost alternative. It's about system selling, providing not just the wood burning heater, but all the kind of equipment needed to really install it properly, including, for example, the chimney connection kits, etc. And it's about the solution strategy that I explained. Geographical expansion has served us well. We were originally a very Finnish company, then we became a European company, and now it's fair to say that we are truly a global business. And productivity improvement, ability to provide great products and at the same time great value for money for our customers has been a cornerstone of our success. And when we work on our strategy, it's clear that it's not going to be a revolution. It's more about an evolution, thinking about now the next 5 years and the next growth phase that we are aiming for. What kind of strategic priorities would serve us best? And there has been discussion such as geographical expansion is not so much anymore about finding the 91st or 92nd country because we are already sold in many, many countries. It's more about winning in the markets that really matter. And also it includes things that we really want to increase the share of not just the Finnish or traditional sauna as part of our sales. To be real global leader, we need to also strengthen, for example, our position in infrared saunas and steam saunas. But I'll get back to this in a short while. First, we'll talk about the market. So this is a very interesting global market, and actually it's a specialty market. So if you are looking for global market research or data on sauna market, it's actually not so easy to find. And this is also quite a lot of work for Harvia to stay on top of kind of the market potential, market trends, value trends. And we work on this on our own, but we also regularly use external reputable advisory partners to validate our view on the market. And essentially, our best estimate is that the global sauna market at the moment is 3.5 billion euros in value. And when I talk about the global sauna market, in this context, it's the market that's relevant for building or renovating a sauna. So it includes the equipment, it includes the materials, and it also includes the associated work. But what's not included is the service side. So running commercial saunas or spas, this is not part of our definition. So this is essentially the addressable market from the point of view of Harvia. At the moment, we estimate that there's around 18 million saunas in the world, and they are split in three main sauna types: traditional, or Nordic, or Finnish sauna. There's many names to kind of the product of our origin, but there's also important kind of markets for infrared sauna and steam market. But still, the traditional sauna market represents globally over half of the market value, but it does change across the regions, and I'll get back to that shortly. We assess that the historical average growth for this market has been 5% per annum, but we actually estimate that the growth rate will be higher than that for the next 5 years. And there are many reasons to it. One is that we see that the growth continues fast outside Europe. So, for example, in places like the United States and key markets in Asia. We also see that the kind of the traditional market of Europe that has been going through a quite tough time for the past few years is turning back to growth, supporting the global market value. There are many reasons the markets are growing, and the market is supported by very interesting, what I would call growth drivers, and also differentiation and innovation drivers. The first three on this page are what I would call the growth drivers. And one of the growth drivers is wellness and health. People are willing to invest in living longer and living better. And sauna has many scientifically proven wellness and health benefits. It improves your heart health, it improves your skin condition, it improves your respiratory health, it also improves the mental health, reduces the stress hormones, helps to get better sleep, etc., etc. We also talk about experience economy. So many of us have shelves full of stuff at home. And instead of buying more stuff, people are increasingly willing to invest in living good, in experiences that enrich their lives. It's about traveling, it might be about seeing the world, it's about spending time with the friends that matter. And sauna is very much about an experience. It's an experience, maybe if you're on their own there, and oftentimes it's also a very social experience with the family, people that matter, maybe your colleagues. And in many places, it's also quite exotic, even a little bit mystical experience. So this is certainly supporting our category. And because we have such an engaging and interesting category, people are talking about sauna. And it's just not us in the sauna business. But if you go and Google, you can pretty much take a celebrity, put their name. Let's take Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7, sauna, Instagram. You'll see many posts, and there's so many of these. This is an exciting category. When people get a sauna, they like to talk about it. When they are in the sauna, many celebrities, want to share that as well. And this is certainly driving awareness of a great product that we have. And if we think about sauna, what could be better than a product that does good for you and it feels great? And people knowing more about this does help. And it's also actually very media, I would say, a great topic also for the media. So we see a lot of articles and a lot of posts, both digital and traditional media, about sauna. So growing awareness. These three are the growth drivers. Then the differentiation drivers are technology and sustainability. Although we talk about sauna, and we talk about essentially an ancient business, there's been saunas already during the Stone Age. It's interesting how technology also provides opportunities for further innovation, differentiation. So more and more of our products are connected with rich control units, having full-blown operating system, downloadable applications. Increasingly, you can watch Netflix, listen to your Spotify favorite tracks, control the lights, the sound environment, etc. in your sauna, and they are connected. Also, this is wellness and health products. So increasingly, we see a world where there's sensors and where we can make the sauna's health benefits even more concrete and traceable, and even have wellness and health programs for sauna users. So technology certainly provides a lot of innovation opportunities. Of course, sustainability, the climate change. By the laws of physics, if you heat up a room, it takes energy. but we wanna be leaders in energy efficiency. We wanna be leaders in cleanest burning technologies, for example, for wood-burning saunas, etc., etc. And then there's the market consolidation, which is a kind of fact of life at the moment, but it's also a trend that we see. It's a still very fragmented market. If you think about 150 million top line Harvia, and we are the biggest in a market of several billion, it's a lot of fragmentation. And we intend to play an active role in consolidating the market, and we feel that we are greatly positioned to do that because of our vision, because of our financial strength, and our competencies. But at the same time, of course, we see that some big players are also seeing the opportunity, like Masco and Kohler buying some of our biggest competitors during last year. We think it's great. It's testament that this is a very interesting market with great growth profile. We also feel that competition is great, and we are very confident that we have what it takes to be the leader also in the future. In terms of kind of regional flavor, when we talk about the global sauna market, there are some quite specific characteristics in different parts of the world. So we start with Northern Europe, which is kind of where, which is our home region and where we are from. It's around 4 million saunas and represents roughly 15% of the value of the global sauna market. And it has the country with the highest sauna penetration. Out of the 4 million, actually 3 million saunas are in Finland. In this market, the traditional sauna type or the Finnish sauna type dominates the market. It's also more, I would say, equipment or component-based as opposed to buying full solutions. There's a lot of competencies of building saunas. This is also for all income classes, not only just for the wealthy, but for every family. There's a lot of DIY, do-it-yourself also in sauna. And it's also, in terms of equipment, the main market for our wood-burning heating equipment. Everywhere else, the electric heater is the dominant choice. Continental Europe represents roughly a third of the global market value at the moment, with around 5 to 6 million saunas. Out of that, roughly half is in one country, Germany. And continental Europe, for the past few years, has certainly faced some difficult market conditions, as discussed, but we see it's turning back to growth. Compared to Northern Europe, we can see that it's not only just the traditional sauna. We see more steam saunas, we see more infrared saunas. We also see that while the Northern European market potential is really dominated by the residential use, in continental Europe, professional use or commercial facilities also play a more important role. Also, we see higher price points, so people kind of really investing in great experiences in continental Europe. We also see that there are some really interesting countries where there's really interesting growth trends, like the United Kingdom as an example. It's a country with 95 million people and the weather is not great. I know, I've been living for 5 years there. And we can see that there's great sauna momentum building there. Actually, in places even like Southern Europe, we see really good momentum building up. So it's not only for the cold climate or poor climate. When we talk about the US, actually the biggest 3 states for us are Florida, Texas, and California. And it's pretty much summer all the time. So let's move to North America then. At the moment, around 20 to 25% of the global market value, a bit over 1 million saunas, and representing a massive growth opportunity for us. We talk about a country with 340 million people with a lot of spending power. I was just checking some reports lately from wealth management industry, and they state that there's $25 million millionaires in the US. By the way, just in comparison, 5.5 million in Finland, so it's 4 times more millionaires in the US than there's people living in this country. Or Florida as a state has 22 million people, so there's more millionaires in the US than there's residents in Florida. So it's a massive opportunity with low market penetration. It's also a very much wellness-oriented market. And also for our sauna kits, there's also a strong do-it-yourself DIY culture. So many of the products that we have really fit extremely well the market opportunity. We see that all different sauna types are present, and there is very significant role in infrared saunas in North America. Also, we see that it's more online and it's more direct to customer. Then let's move to Asia, APAC and Middle East and Africa. Roughly 15% of the global market potential and between 1 to 2 million saunas. And we see it as kind of the next North America for us. So there's really significant size countries like Japan, 125 million people, high income levels, strong kind of spa culture of onsen for hundreds of years, and sauna fits perfectly that market. But there are many others as well. Of course, China, just due to their sheer size, provides an opportunity, not just a place of manufacturing and sourcing, but also as a market for our products. In a place like Australia that actually closely follows trends in the US is also actually a very, very good market for us, especially with this private customer residential products. I have also included Russia here because Russia is a real relevant part of the global market, but it's on gray. So roughly 6 million saunas in Russia and around 15% of the global market, but it's on gray for the reason that I explained. We don't do business in Russia. So let's move to our strategy. We have a very strong purpose. The product we do does great, feels great. So we are healing with heat. And that's a great purpose for a company like us and for people at Harvia. And this is what we have had, and this is what we are keeping, because we feel it resonates really well and it's timeless and provides the North Star for the reason of our existence. Then we've been working really on the strategy and starting with the question of what kind of role do we want to play in this market? And the role we want to play in this market is here. We want to be shaping the global sauna market so that everyone has a reason to experience sauna. And let me take you through this step by step. There. So, word shaping. It's really about our attitude and approach. It's about leader of the market being an active market maker. It's also a leader who wants to shape the market, influence the course of its development. It's about inspiring people about sauna. It's about leading with innovation, taking the category forward. And it's also about shaping the market through partnerships and through M&A to influence the competitive landscape. We also talk about global sauna market here, because we have global viewpoint, we have global ambitions. We are the global leader, and we intend to stay that way. And we hope to just extend our lead compared to the others. So we focus on countries that matter the most. We have the most international portfolio. We have the approvals that are needed to operate in the most interesting markets, and we offer the most complete portfolio. Everyone. Sauna is a great product. And as part of our purpose, healing with heat, we feel it's our responsibility to drive the market forward in a way that more and more people have the possibility and means to enjoy sauna and enjoy its wellness benefits. So we want to embrace the diversity in the markets, embrace the diversity in drivers for using sauna. We want to have a portfolio that caters through different price points. So for every family and every business, they can find the right price point that is right for them. I want to make our products broadly available in the right channels. Reason to experience. So sauna, there's many great reasons to experience sauna. And not just to experience, but to really have sauna almost like a lifestyle, part of your every week routine, maybe even several times a week. It's about the wellness benefits, it's about the social benefits, it's just about it feels great, it's about maybe escape from your daily life, maybe it's about meeting people. But we want to make sure the sauna market keeps evolving, that there's more and more and stronger reasons to experience sauna. It's about scientific research and collaboration with universities. It's about innovation. It's about sharing science-backed evidence. It's about inspiring the market. And it's working with, for example, with influencers. And when we talk about sauna, we talk about not just the traditional sauna, not just the infrared sauna, not just the steam sauna, but the broader sauna experience, including, for example, the bathing elements, cold plunges, hot tubs, wellness technology, etc., that can be connected to sauna. And we feel that it's our responsibility, possibility, and privilege as a market leader to shape the direction. And that's what we intend to do. So how we do it? We have updated our strategic focus areas to be as follows. On the upper level, we have 3 what I would call strategic commercial priorities. And they are delivering the full sauna experience, winning in strategically important markets, and leading in key channels. And on the kind of below them, we have what I would call the foundation element, being best-in-class operations and having great people that take this business forward. Delivering the full sauna experience. You could almost think about like delivering the full sauna experience, the product dimension, winning in strategically important markets, the geographical dimension, and leading in key channels is the channel and customer dimension of our strategy. But let's talk about the delivering the full sauna experience. It's about moving more and more from an equipment and product business to a full solutions business. As said, providing everything a person needs to have a great sauna experience, not just the equipment, but everything they need in an easy to buy, easy to assemble, easy to own, and enjoyable to own way. It's also about delivering full sauna experience in a way that we cater to the different cultures and different sauna types. It's about making steam and infrared saunas a more sizable part of Harvia's sauna business. And full sauna experience could also include, for example, multi-mode saunas, that you have traditional sauna heater and infrared panels in the same unit. It's also about full sauna experience in terms of innovation. It's about exciting products with winning designs, it's best user experience, and also we are very much emphasizing the role of digital and technology as source of differentiation and making sauna experience even better for the future. Winning a strategically important market, so that's a geographical dimension of our strategy. In North America, we've been very successful for many years, and we intend to keep being successful. We see plenty of growth opportunities. It's a penetration game. 1 million saunas in a country with 340 million customers, so there's plenty of opportunity to go after. In our stronghold traditional sauna market business, we also know that we are just addressing part of the market. So for example, the Almost Heaven sauna cabin business is actually more like a volume and a lower price point kind of sauna solution market. And there's plenty of potential in the higher price points as well. And of course, steam and infrared are important parts of the Northern American sauna market. And we also see opportunities to be even more present in the channels that matter. Europe, our home continent, here our position is strong, and we are well positioned to capture growth opportunity as the market is now starting to return back to growth. But we also see that we're also here addressing just a part of the potential. So for example, the solutions business where we're so successful in Northern America, we feel that we can have even a stronger play in Europe. We also see that in terms of the commercial part of the market, there's definitely many pockets which provide growth, and we have underpenetrated so far. Asia, Middle East, and Africa, it's about active market making. It's about activities like Harvia Japan Limited, our joint venture with a local partner, to really fuel the market, be active, and making sure that when things are happening and making things happen, we are the ones who are winning. And it's also about taking an active consolidator role in the industry through M&A. Leading in the key channels, so this is channel and customer dimension. And to make sure that our products are available in the right places, in the right countries, we have to master this so-called right product through the right channel approach. Some of our products are more standard, more like a volume, and then we need to be winning in the volume channel. Some of our products are more like high-end, and then we need to be winning in the high service oriented channels. And we need to be able to play our portfolio right so that our partners have also the opportunity to earn right margin for the work they do. So we want to be the best long-term partner for our B2B customers or channel partners and help them to succeed so that we can succeed together with them. It's about helping them sell more, get more attention, get more traffic, etc. It's also about strengthening the role of direct-to-consumer channel. We see this extremely important for the future. It's already a big part of our business in North America, and we see it increasingly important practically across the world. Not just as a sales channel, but as these products get more and more connected, it allows us to form a connection with the sauna users that allows for us to deliver a better experience and also over time opens interesting business opportunities. And then to be able to be successful in these three strategic commercial priorities, we have to have best-in-class operations and great people. And this, of course, has been a stronghold in terms of operational efficiency and productivity. It's about automating our production. It's about lean. It's about streamlining. It's about simplification. It's about scaling up as the demand grows. It's also about delivering more synergies. In the past, Harvia has been rather kind of the companies that we've acquired have been rather loosely connected, and now they are connected more in the right places. We still want to maintain that agility, entrepreneurial spirit, ability to serve the customer, but we also at the same time want to deliver synergies. An example, investment in digital. It wouldn't make sense for us that in different units we have separate and disjointed investment in digital. It's much better for us to focus together and make sure that as Harvia Group we have the world's best digital platform for sauna. It's also about the people, because actually without people it would be just empty walls and kind of papers in some lawyer's drawer somewhere. People make this business alive and people make this business live and go forward. We want to be a great place to work. We want to keep people. We want to develop people. We want to acquire more talent. And as an example, when we go to infrared or enter new markets far away from our home markets, or when we talk about digital, it is clear that we need to increase our strategic capabilities in the coming years. And we are committed to sustainability, so we are continuing investing in this area, so we are also leader in the sustainability dimension. Now, as a part of strategy, it's very important to talk about what is it that you plan to do, but it's also very important to talk about what is it that you plan not to do. And here is the kind of the bottom line. We focus on international or global scalable business opportunities which have the right profit opportunity and has the right fit with what we are good at. And the core is, of course, we started as an equipment manufacturer. We are now providing full solutions and increasingly moving to scalable digital services. So as long as something can be made within the walls of a factory, we're interested in, or whether a service can be delivered through an application and data center, we're interested. They are scalable, high margin opportunities, etc. That's the playground for Harvia. But what's not our core is, for example, construction business. It's like going to people's homes or different places to build saunas. Why? It's not industrial, it's construction. We are not a construction company. It's hard to scale internationally. Typically, we see less attractive profit portfolio in these industries and higher risk portfolio or profile. So we're not a construction business, and we don't intend to become a construction business. Nor we are a service or hospitality business. It's again, completely different set of competence. Maybe this is great for spa chain or hotel chain, etc. But we are an industrial player that is becoming solutions business and increasingly digital. But we are not a kind of hospitality business. Now, if we are successful in implementing our strategy in the coming years, it's actually interesting to think that while our focus is clearly in the sauna, that's the core, and that's where we need and will succeed. When we're successful, we can actually start to carve out value or tap into value potential in actually very interesting and large, I would say, adjacent markets. So, for example, wellness and health. Yeah, we are, I guess, partly a wellness and health business, but there's increasing opportunities in the coming years that we see. And this is a multi-trillion market. So even a tiny fraction of that would be very interesting for Harvia, for sure. Now, the physical environment around sauna also provides opportunities. And in the picture, in the bathroom market, you can see Harvia Nova. You can actually see it also, those who are here in the showroom. It's a very easy to install steam shower, steam sauna cabin that actually can replace shower. much more value, more exciting product. So let's see. Interesting thoughts. Digital services. As said, saunas will get more connected, bigger screens, etc. Entertainment, content during sauna, for example, sauna-related wellness programs, etc. Very interesting opportunity. And then lifestyle brand. If we're successful in building Harvia, EOS, our strong brands, more widely as consumer brands, not just brands that are known within the industry, I think it also provides really interesting opportunities, for example, in accessories and maybe even clothing. So just to inspire some thinking. So we have updated our long-term financial targets to reflect our ambition to lead. And the elements, growth, profitability, leverage, are the same as in the past. One of them has remained the same, and two have changed. Growth has changed. It used to be more than 5%, but at the same time, we are seeing that the market is growing 5% and even more in the coming years. We want to be leading, and by definition, if we want to keep leading, we need to grow fast in the market. So the ambition level needs to reflect that. But it's not only kind of the ambition level would need to reflect that, but we actually see so many opportunities. It's very natural that we should be hiking the growth ambition here. And for a company with Harvia's financials, i.e. high profitability, we also know the best way for us to grow company value is to grow profitably. So growth is a key priority for us. And we've decided that the new growth-related financial target for the long term for us is 10% average annual revenue growth. In terms of profitability, it's the same as in the past, so over 20% adjusted operating profit margin. Now you might comment that, hey, you've been delivering more than that for now a number of years. And we are very happy. And this is, of course, not we're not stopping. So when we have an opportunity to deliver more, we deliver more. But at the same time, we feel that there's going to be really decisive years for the sauna market in the coming years that require also innovation, investments, and, for example, M&A. And because we are a company that is leading in terms of profitability, most likely our acquisitions would be companies that at the time of acquisition would have a lower EBITDA levels or EBIT levels. And it might take then a few years for us to then get them to the group level and hopefully beyond. We have, by the way, a great track record. So we've been buying companies with a very challenging financial situation and low profitability, and we have a great track record of turning them around and delivering great profit results. We feel that for this competitive and strategic situation, the best way for us is really to keep this high profitability while being even more aggressive on the growth dimension. And in terms of leverage, that has also changed somewhat. It used to be 1.5 to 2.5x leverage as in net debt divided by adjusted EBITDA. And we have kept the upper limit because we always want to make sure that Harvia is a solid business with strong balance sheet. But for the consolidation game, it's clear that we need to be building fitness for acquisitions. We already have quite low leverage, and it's for a reason, because in this market environment, we do need war chest. And then we make an acquisition, leverage goes up, and then we build fitness again and strengthen the balance sheet, and then we are ready for the next one. That's kind of the idea. We have implemented a new organization at the beginning of this year to support our strategic ambition and implementation. We have essentially 4 sales regions: Northern Europe, Continental Europe, North America, APAC, so Asia and Pacific and Middle East and Africa. And the role for the regions is to maximize our business opportunity in the region that they operate. So they are responsible for all customers, they are responsible for marketing, they are responsible for developing the market and driving growth in a profitable manner. And their role is also to represent strong regional voice of the customer or the market towards, for example, product development. We have then 5 group functions: marketing and brands, products and solutions, innovation and technology, operations and support functions that includes finance, human resources, and IT. And here the idea is we want to drive synergies in the right places of the company. I mentioned this example of investments in digital technology, but it's also, for example, operations. We want to run a globally optimized production and supply chain network. It's about marketing and brands. We want to have consistent, high impact campaigns and brand positionings, and we want to optimize our product portfolio from global perspective, listening to and seeing the regional opportunities and their needs. And we feel that, with this structure, we are also building kind of readiness and efficiency for future M&A. We have a clear kind of company platform to which we can then, in appropriate degrees, integrate the acquired companies. You'll also see one, I would say, special box here, which is EOS. That's our highest end brand, kind of for the superior and premium plus market. And the reason why it's in the management team and kind of they're highlighted separately is that we have two master brands, Harvia and EOS, and we want them to be separate enough. They cannot be overlapping. We need to push them even further away and to make sure that EOS has the freedom of action to really build a high-end brand, operate in the right channels. We feel it's right that it's more what I would call semi-integrated or semi-independent, depending on the viewpoint. We are also committed to sustainability, and the business, as said, is very sustainable in nature. We help people live better and longer. We will actively participate in scientific research. We will actively participate in kind of sharing making the world know about the benefits and excitement around sauna, so that more and more people can get the benefits. We also want to make sure that while they're in a sauna where there's Harvia equipment or maybe even a full Harvia sauna, people can enjoy the sauna with good consciousness. So the products have been built in a sustainable manner. We use sustainably sourced materials. We have high energy efficiency, and we invest in technologies like cleaner burning, as an example. So the goal is that 100% of our components are sustainably sourced from responsible partners in the channel. We also want to make sure that our own operations is very sustainable and environmentally friendly. It's, for example, minimizing waste. It's about recycling. And for CO2, our commitment is that our own operations will be carbon neutral by 2030. We also want to provide a great place to work, a safe and warm community for our people, a place where they can really thrive, reach their full potential, feel that they are being invested in, they have development opportunities, and this is a safe place for them. At the same time, we also want to care for the people around us, the local communities, as an example. For example, here in Muurame, we are an important local stakeholder and are very much willing to support kind of the local communities. And we also believe in long-term partnerships with our channel partners. So this is also where we want to act in a very responsible, win-win and respectful manner. And in terms of our goal here, it's 0 accidents in our operations. So that's my presentation. The key takeaways are that the global sauna market is really attractive market with plenty of opportunities and strong growth drivers. We are the leader, and we intend to be the leader. We have a strong track record, and we think that we're really well positioned for the future. And with our newly stated strategic role, we plan to take a really ambitious, bold role in shaping the global sauna market and giving everyone a reason to experience sauna. And accordingly, we have updated our long-term financial targets so that they are well aligned. So with that, thank you.